E-commerce has accumulated a significant edge during the past 10 years. However, physical businesses still have an opportunity to provide better experiences in four key areas of retail: ultra-convenience, product touch and feel, immersive exploration, and personalized reliable counsel. Emerging technologies like augmented and virtual reality, when properly implemented across these four roles, might promote physical trade. But for these benefits to last, retailers must use these technologies in a certain strategic framework. Retailers must return to the basics to decide if having a physical presence is still beneficial. If so, they must give one or two of the four functions top priority so that their stores may provide distinctive value that is also defendable. Painfully, the long-term collapse of physical retail is visible. Store closures were increasing even before the epidemic, with a record 10,000 shops closing in the U.S. alone in 2019, which the pandemic only made worse. The 2020 statistics are probably going to be much worse when everything has been added together. Retailers throughout Europe are also having trouble. By 2020, 20% of Douglas, a German cosmetics firm, will close its physical storefronts around Europe. In order to focus on selling online, Interdex SA will shut 16% of its retail locations. Additionally, Gap is thinking about completely leaving Europe in the next 12 months. One enormous disruptive development, the emergence of e-commerce, has been the primary force behind the steep collapse of brick-and-mortar businesses over the last 10 years, which many have nicknamed the retail apocalypse. In a sequence determined by their underlying economics, one category has fallen victim to digital shopping after another during the last 26 years. It started with media such as books, audio, and video, where the intricacy of the inventory is both expensive for the vendor and daunting for the customer. Then came branded and mass-produced devices, furnishings, and daily clothing, where the ease of a wide range of options, online comparison shopping, and user reviews compensates the dearth of touch and feel. Now it's much more often essentials like food and convenience goods, like cosmetics and health products. The tremendous success of early adopters of e-commerce like Amazon exemplifies the model's disruptive potential. Between 1997 and 2020, a period of 23 years, Amazon generated $640 billion more in shareholder value than the whole U.S. retail sector combined. Of course, some items have characteristics that cannot be distilled down to specifics on a website. Sometimes, whether it's jewelry, golf clubs, perfume, dress shoes, vehicles, fitted clothing, or furnishings, people really want to pinch, smell, test out, or try on a product before purchasing. Digital presentations are becoming better all the time due to improvements in bandwidth and browser technology. The greatest places to use these technologies are brand-specific websites and applications. For instance, the luggage manufacturer Tumi invites online visitors to scrutinize every zipper and bag handle's fit and finish in intimate, loving detail. Stores may participate in this game as well. Using an AR app on a smartphone or tablet, one approach is to superimpose digital elements over a view of the actual object up for purchase. For instance, car buyers would still want to get behind the wheel and test drive a vehicle, but AR could make it easier for them to see how the car appears in various colors and trims, increasing the value of their trip to the dealership and lowering the amount of inventory that needs to be kept on hand. These days, both Hyundai and Audi have this functionality. Others will likely do the same. With the same capabilities, shops may also do the opposite and place a digital picture over the actual space where the product will be utilized. Customers may visualize how a piece of furniture might fit in their house using IKEA's Place AR app, for instance. The virtual try-on tool from Warby Parker depicts how a set of spectacles might appear on a person's face. Additionally, the Smart Mirror, used by L'Oreal's Modiface and Style My Hair AR capabilities, enables users to experiment with various cosmetics and styling alternatives. Advances in 3D printing might pose a threat to physical businesses, since they allow CAD and CAM to specify products with remarkable accuracy. Light detection and ranging, or LiDAR technology, for instance, is included in the most recent iPhone. A customer might construct an accurate representation of their foot using an AR app that uses this technology and have a pair of personalized shoes made. There's no need to try them on in shop or to maintain a retail inventory. Retailers looking to draw customers to their physical stores will need to develop a digitally enhanced touch and feel that is so intricate that only their actual location can provide it. Customers may try on down jackets, gloves, and boots at Canada's Goose Toronto location, for instance, then enter the cold room to experience alpine scenes, fake snowstorms, ice breaking under one's feet, and temperatures as low as 10 degrees Fahrenheit. More vividly than any website, the experience brings the company's Thermal Experience Index to life. Fascinatingly, buyers purchase the items online, and it is delivered that evening rather than being sold in the shop right away. It's all about touch and feel at the shop. Of course, the drawback is that the Lowe's experience would be exactly the same at home. In actuality, VR is inseparable from the viewer's actual surroundings by definition. The fact that the customer does not yet possess the equipment is the sole justification for going to the store. The at-home experience will take the place of the in-person encounter as the technology becomes more affordable and commonplace. Similar to how PCs at cyber cafes and video games in arcades were in the 1980s, in-store VR is probably going to be a transitory technology. The business must integrate real and virtual exploration in novel ways in order to be sustainably competitive versus an at-home VR experience. A branded pop-up shop for Chanel called Coco Flash Club was designed to seem like a nightclub. In the midst of the sensory assault of video projections, strobe lighting, thunderous bass, and perfumes presented in martini glasses, it gave clients the option to sample and purchase cosmetics. A dozen places throughout Asia that weren't stores hosted the installation as a one-hour gathering for invited visitors. Similar digital scavenger hunts include Nike's SNKRS Days. An augmented reality, or AR, smartphone software directs sneakerheads to arbitrary metropolitan sites, where they may get exclusive rights to a $400 PSNY Air Jordan 12 pair. Through the excitement of the pursuit, these experiences can literally immerse customers in a product's journey. Freshness important when physical shopping transforms into social theater, as is implied in these instances. The shop area is transformed into a stage, complete with real-world and digital props for a rock performer or theme park. Neither inexpensive nor effective this kind of selling. But for other items, when a sense of surprise, excitement, and edge is essential to the brand, that may be the way of things. Retail turns into entertainment and manages it according to the same rules. However, when it comes to matters of judgment, there are few alternatives to one-on-one interaction, especially when the source of advice is a known and trusted source. Online comparisons, user reviews, and social media can all assist customers in making informed purchasing decisions. It is not necessary for that engagement to take place there. It also doesn't have to involve a person. Natural language processing, or NLP, and empathetic AI are making automated guidance provided by chatbots and virtual agents more common and clever. The usage of robo-advisors in banking and financial services is already pervasive. Some of these advisors, like Erica from Bank America, even have personalities and engage in voice conversations in addition to text ones. Additionally, some NatWest Bank branches in the UK have booths staffed by Cora, a charming on-screen avatar, created by Soul Machines in partnership with IBM, with whom customers can have a straightforward problem-solving conversation, in keeping with the idea that eye contact really does matter. A more ambitious form of virtual engagement, called holoportation, which is already operational in several Microsoft labs, enables remote advisors to physically appear in the user's living room. These are situations in which the advisor really must be present, such as when a customer requests guidance about the fit and appearance of a fashionable item. However, this is because the clothing is inside the shop. The advisor could be virtual if the item could be tried on virtually, with the customer and salesperson viewing both the same digital image. With this knowledge, retailers can still find ways to add the allure of reliable advice to the in-store experience, but they will need to be more inventive and strategic in doing so. For instance, the Japanese clothing shop Uniqlo is testing with U-Mood kiosks, where users put on a headgear that records their brain activity and how they feel when they watch various video clips. The customer's mood is then matched with t-shirts by YouMood. Whether that is breakthrough or a gimmick is an open topic, but the kiosk effort is an example of the sort of experience innovation that cannot readily be recreated at home. Physical stores may be able to hold their own in more complex experiments. The state of modern retail is changing as a result of problems like struggling physical storefronts, enormous debt, and ineffective operations, among other things. These problems were already exacerbated by the COVID-19 outbreak, which also hastened the demise of some stores that had been struggling with declining sales and mounting debt due to shifting customer tastes in previous years.